Hey friends, what's up? Kaz here. Welcome back to another Skyblock episode on my fan server. Link is in the gibbles or the description for you new people. Below, as we talked about last week when we finished up the enchanting monolith there, monolith. That's the smallest monolith I've ever seen. But anyway, we're getting pretty close to the end of this episode. So series. So originally, I was planning on doing one episode per challenge and going through this, and I kind of I went through a bunch in the last episode, which I think I got all of these. It's kind of crazy. So now we're getting this one, which that's going to be a little bit. If we do IS info, we can see that we're level 329, so IS top. There's only one island that's at the top level, or over 1,000. So we got quite a ways to go, but I have some plans. Don't worry, guys. We're not done. We probably at least got 3 to 5 more episodes. I'm not sure exactly, but what we're going to do is excuse me, I keep clearing my throat. Anyway, this is kind of in the middle. What I'm thinking about doing is I want to make like a central park, which would be all of this. And this all needs to move. So we're gonna do a few episodes moving this stuff around. So the first thing we want to do is we want to make a big tree farm, and actually I want to change this to be, I want to move it over, and so it's like there, and then we got a huge tree farm. We're gonna make kind of a similar thing that Noob made on the McFriends SMP. Not really like enclosed, but I like the idea of some of the stuff he had inside, which is really neat. So we're going to make that, and then we're going to move all of these over to there, and that'll help contribute to the level as well. And then I'm not sure if I want to keep the Enderman farm. It is kind of an eyesore. It doesn't serve a purpose anymore. I don't need it anymore. It is contributing to the levels. So, but if we remove it, we do have a little bit more room for the park. So I think I will remove it. We're not going to get to the park this episode. Maybe the next one. Or it might be a few episodes, because what we need to do is we need to move this over, as I just said. We need to move all of this. I need to make a storeroom. What I'm thinking about doing is making a like a big storeroom that all of this stuff will pipe into. Maybe we'll make it over here and then have sorters in there. So we have like a one-place shop that we go to. Hey, buddy. I don't know how you spawned in here. Have at you and you. So, and then this would feed into there, and then the storeroom probably would need to get dropped down a little bit just so we can route everything underneath the Skyblock Island. And I don't know what I'm going to do about those things. We should make a slime farm at some point, and we should pipe those up here, which vertical stuff, not always the most reliable. But anyway, and I also have on my mind to make like an industrial version of this, one that's a little more active than this passive style, since we have the resources. I mean, we got tons of redstone, and I'm sure we can make something that would be fun with lots of redstone and iron. I got plenty of iron, so iron for days. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and lay out the tree farm here, and we'll be back with you with some progress shortly. Okay, so welcome back. I just kind of went ahead and got this done. I didn't have time to record in between during any of the process, so this is kind of from our survival series, or survival, or SMP, whatever. And actually, I think that I could have put this all the way over, but you know, this is kind of not as big as I thought it was gonna be. So I might actually extend this out. Whoa! Let's just chop up some of this. I don't know why this does it like this. That's really odd, but we can sell some of that to the store, because what we're going to need to do is buy a bunch of dirt and grass and stuff. And this kind of raised up our island level. We're now at 353, and IS top. Let's see, we passed Joey by 3 levels. So I might leave this. going to extend this out. And so then the next thing we need to do is we need to move that stuff. I'm still not entirely certain yet what I want to do for how I want to move it. So, and we got plenty of time left in this episode to move. Let's at least move this stuff to end it out. I'm not sure, you know, part of me kind of wants to move it over here because it's still kind of close to everything, but then like all the industrial stuff is like over here, and then we can actually then route everything in and make it like a sorter. So I might actually do that. Let's make like let's move it over here. So I think it's gonna be like an aisle with chests on each side, and then be fed to the back in the back with hoppers, and then we'll feed this all the way over to there, and then set it up to filter out some of this stuff, which, you know, we don't need stuff, so maybe it'll go into a chest at the end. That's kind of the miscellaneous, just to make sure that we get everything that we need to. So yeah, I think that I'll make a like a stairway down here, and then over, and then we'll just start hooking it up. So here's what we need to do first. We need to first build down. Well, I mean, we need steps. Really is what we need. We need steps. How do we want to make the steps? We want to make them. We make them out of quartz. Quartz steps would be close to this, or we could just make them brick. Maybe I can make them red brick. What do we got in here? We got some clay, which then I make some brick, some red brick. Yeah, let's do that. I want to use it something different. So it'll be red stairs going down. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done, and we'll be back with you guys in a moment. Oh, before we do that, I was going to say, so the plan is eventually to make this a park. So it's not going to be square. We're going to kind of weave it in and stuff like that. But the first thing we need to do is make a subfloor for it. So I've done this, and we can actually... That's low enough. So let's see. What do I want to use for the subfloor? What haven't we really used? I don't think we've really used oak. So maybe I'll do oak. Just because it's easy. So we could actually do this. So we go bam. The tree is too large. Why is the tree too large? That is not too large. I don't know what's going on. It's not tree filler's not working out. So that's weird. Oh, you know what? It's all connected. That's why it thinks that this whole thing is a tree, which it's not. So that's kind of a bummer. But anyway, that is one big tree. So, yeah, I'll be back with you once I get the subfloor. And actually, we're going to focus on getting that new storeroom, because we really got to get that moved over before, and then we'll work on the park next episode. Okay, so here we are. Got a lot done since the last update. Now, all right, so I kind of went through and figured out all the items that would be coming out of the mob spawner, which are all over here. That's what these are. And these are kind of the ones that are not useful, but I still want to keep around. The sugar one, semi-useful, string, rotten flesh, and then we're going to have an eggs farm feeding into this one. We're basically going to just kind of eventually pipe all of our farms over into here. So it'll be a one-stop shop for all the things. I still don't know what I'm going to do with how it's going to look up here. I mean, I could just build something else on top of this, and then this is kind of the basement, I guess, and then we kind of cover up and make the inside look cool. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just making this work. So all right, so I laid down the hoppers, which is kind of the easy part at first. I got to build a catwalk and set up all the redstone, which I need 180 redstone to wire up all of these these sorters, and I actually had a lot. I had 54, and then I had like a little over a stack, and I started using some redstone for the lamps and stuff, and now I got like 150 or so, and I have no money, right? I need 600 bucks, so it's time to grind at the tree farm for a little bit, get up some money, and then I can move all this stuff over. I'm pretty sure I got everything. I mean, I got some random chests here, which I might have to... Oh, I didn't put a snowballs one in there, so... You know, that is kind of the downside of this restriction, or this setup, is I'm pretty restricted on what I can do for this stuff. So I think what I need to do is actually expand this out at least one more, so I have another row of boxes that don't really have anything, because I think I need to add snowballs to it, and trying to figure out what else I need to add to this. Let's see. Oh man, it's a lot. This is just... I mean, this was really tight, and I think we got almost everything. Did we get arrows? Did we not add arrows to the sorting? I think... Oh my goodness. Oh, please tell me I did not skip arrows. Did I skip arrows? It would be over here. Looks like I skipped arrows, so we are probably going to be expanding this out like 2 more, I think. Gosh, we need arrows. Arrows. I can't believe I skipped arrows. Wow. Add arrows. Okay, so we are wrapping this up, guys, and you may see I am not on my skyblock. I'm in the creative world, because I was kind of working through the sorting system, and I got to show you guys a little bit of what I've learned over the process of this. So originally, this is what I saw. Oops. And this actually works if this is the only sorter. And what this requires is that you have, let's just get, let's make it sticks or something. So the way this one works is you put in here, you go stack, and then singles on the rest of that. So what that does is it puts out a signal strong enough to go down here, trip that, and turn this off, which turns this hopper on, and then it feeds the items into there. So the problem with this method is if you're doing a straight tileable, so if it's right next to each other, is that these redstone things overlap, and then when this one is feeding down into it, it actually enables the next one as well, which you don't want. So I was like, okay, well, we just need to extend the signal a little bit. So we extended the signal a little bit, and this actually worked pretty well. Whoops. There we go. The problem with this method is that it would work well for setting up the filter, but it would never enable down, because Noob pointed out that when this is enabled, it's actually powering both of these hoppers. It powers that hopper and that hopper, which then makes it, it won't actually suck anything down into it. So when something travels along the hopper line, it doesn't get sucked down in, which we don't like. So he showed me this, and actually I saw this around a bit when he was showing it to me. And so what this does is it actually uses almost the same amount of resources as this, one more redstone, which is nice, and it'll power this and then power that actually, but not that. And this actually works. A couple notes on this. Let's go over to the islands, and I actually got to go back in because it preserves my game mode when I switch worlds. But anyway, if we go down here, you can see we got this half done. So the other thing that he pointed out is you need to set up an overflow so that if you get more than one stack of items in it, it doesn't load this up and then give enough power to enable the hopper next to it. So what he suggests is use a useless item, you know, and then name it stacks so that nothing else can get up on top of it. Even regular planks will not get stacked on this, so that you have an overflow protection in there. So you can see that we have pretty much the same layout there, and we have this entire side done. So what we can do is actually we'll grab 25 arrows, and then we'll jump up here and plop it down, and so then they'll get fed over, and they're actually going to get fed into here. So that's, you can see they're getting fed down in there. There we go. So that's actually all that I have time for. This took quite a while, so this is like half done, so I'm going to get the other half done here in the next episode, and then we'll make it look pretty, and then we'll start routing stuff over to it, and then fully move everything over here to there. I've already kind of started that, but we can go ahead and get that done next episode, because I'm out of time, guys. I need to put this up, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the series and getting this Central Park. This is just part of the plan of getting this Central Park done, and because we need to move our storage system. So I figured we got the resources. Let's build this. So anyway, this is Cos from McFriends. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. And always remember, enjoy the game. God bless.